My name is Valentine Daniel. Welcome to CTW. And right in the studio with me, I have Lexi K. You guys don't know this Lexi K. Lexi Baba.
Yeah.
Bro.
I greet you and I double greet you.
Thanks, bro. Thanks.
Peace be unto you, bro.
Yes, so thanks for joining us in that CTW today.
You're welcome, my brother.
Good to have you. Good to have you.
Thank
you. There has been some concern. There has been some reactions. But when it comes to VIO, the other day I was just going and I saw some vehicles parking on the road, like literally parking on the road. Why are you guys parking? They say VIO different. Yes, VIO different. Like, I don't understand. VIO different. You guys can come on, go forward. They say no, VIO. So the fear of VIO is the beginning of wisdom. It's the beginning of parking and wait. So and I said, so for how long you guys are gonna do this? For how long you guys are gonna park, wait for the VIO to leave the road? For you to use the road, for you to continue your journey. And that strikes some concerns. I know you are a road user too.
Yes, of course.
Do you used to encounter these people on the road?
It's a whole lot for me, If you will ask me that, and I must be honest with you at this point, it's a thing that you wake up to see every day. It's something that once you're a Nigerian and you drive on the Nigeria road, it's something you have to deal with every day. You have to have it at the back of your mind as you're going out, that these are things you have to confront every day and deal with. And to be honest with you, it is so traumatizing. It is so disheartening, and it is not encouraging in any way.
Can I ask you a question? VIO, road safety. Some people, I've heard people say they can't really understand their functions. They can't really understand what they do. It's like they are doing almost the same thing. So what can you say about that? VIO, road safety. What is the difference between these two bodies?
Well, if some people have told you that they really don't understand their function, I am of the same opinion to a limited degree, because from few encounters that I've had with the VIO and the road safety, it has always been asking me for the same thing. When VIO stops you, the first thing they want to ask you is your vehicle document.
Okay.
They will start from your roadworthiness.
Okay.
That if you're qualified, it's not about you now. That if your car is qualified to be on the road, if this car is worthy, to be driven on the road, that's why they're asking you for roadworthiness. And then they go ahead to ask you for your vehicle license, which is important. And before you know, they will skip from vehicle license to ask you for acne permit. Acne permit. What is acne permit? What is acne permit? After asking you for that, they ask you for LASRI. Lagos State Driving Institute of one thing. Okay. I don't even want to, I don't care. I don't want to know the full meaning of that. But I just feel like the same Lagos State, the same government that issued me a license to drive on the road, for you to own a driver's license in Nigeria, at least you must have been checked to a large extent. You go through the right process to know that, this person is eligible to drive on the road. And you're coming back to ask me for a LASRI. Why do I need to own a LASRI when I have driver's license?
Okay.
Are you getting now?
Yes.
I have a driver's license, and then you want me to go and get a LASRI again, a permission to drive by the state, when I already have a license that is covering me by the federal, that I'm permitted, I'm eligible to drive on the road. So sometimes I get tired of this whole thing, and I'll be like, where are these things coming from? Why do I need to get this when I have this one? Shouldn't driver's license cover those things? LASRI. I want to believe that driver's license is greater and is stronger than LASRI. Why should I own a driver's license and you want me to go and pay for a LASRI at the same time? So sometimes when I wake up and I confront these things on a daily basis, and when you tell them you don't have a LASRI, it becomes an offense. You just become an offender right there. They will charge you for that. They want you to pay arm and leg for that because you don't have a LASRI, which is not important. It is not necessary. I just feel like something just needs to be done about that, either by, begging our government, because now we have to beg. There's nothing we can do. We have to beg. Yes, we have to beg to say, oh no, this thing is too much. This thing is too much. How much am I getting? What is my income like? If you want me to own a car and you're expecting me to pay all this money, the amount for a driver's license renewal now has gone like almost times 3 compared to 3-4 years ago.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
And the fuel rates now, that means if you own a car in this country right now, you'll be spending a lot. You're spending more on car than even looking after your health.
Wow.
In this country right now.
That's to drive?
Yes, that's just to drive on the road. Just to make sure you drive yourself on the road to escape all these messes, on the road, because there's a lot going on out there right now. So when we talk about these things, I know that the, vehicle inspection officers, they are doing what their Oga have sent them. They are being sent by their bosses to come out and to do what they sent them exactly to do. But trust me, I'm not talking about the VIO officers now that are standing on the road, because I just feel like these guys are being sent. They are like errand boys to their Ogas. But we are talking about the Ogas now that are seated right there in the office, sending these guys to go out, and make life unbearable to the people of Nigeria and all that. To say, this is one thing that you have instituted that we should pay for. You're bringing the same thing 3 times for us to pay for it. Because I believe a driver's license should cover a LASRI. I don't see any meaning in LASRI. Why should you be telling me to go and pay for a LASRI when I've already gone through the tests to pass driver's license and then own it?
By the federal.
By the federal.
So now Lagos State, LASRI is from state. It's state thing, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah. LASRI is just
so
from Lagos State. So
that means Lagos State is also telling you that after you have gone through the tests of the federal and you've been issued a driver's license.
Yes.
So you are eligible to drive. So I think probably they are also telling the drivers that, hey, you also need to get this one. Maybe probably if you want to drive in Lagos State.
Yeah, if you want to drive in Lagos State,
yes. If you want to remain in this state, you drive in this state, you live in this state, you do all your work, everything is in this state. So probably you need to get this to qualify you as a driver in this state.
Then let me not pay for this because I'm in this state. Let me not pay for this other one. Just tell me to pay for the LASRI and then I move on with my life.
Well, I think the process of LASRI and driver's license is different. Like driver's license, you have to go through a lot. High test, this test,
It's the same thing with LASRI.
It's the same thing with LASRI.
Yeah, I've tried. I've obtained it once before. It's the same thing with LASRI. When you're going to get the LASRI, it's the same thing. They will check your eyes, they put you far, from a board, and they tell you to pronounce the alphabet that you're seeing there and all that.
Okay.
So they check you. It's still the same, it's almost the same process.
So what is now happening?
It is almost the same process. So
why do I need 2 licenses? Or can we say, LASRI is not a license? But I'm just trying to...
It is a license. It is a license. Luxury is what licensed you to drive in the States.
Why the driver's license from the federal is what licensed you to drive in Nigeria?
Everywhere in Nigeria, yeah. Everywhere in Nigeria. That's just it.
But I think for
Everywhere
me,
in Nigeria.
For me, I think we should hold on to one.
I feel like that too.
It's just like you telling me I need an NIN. Yes, I need an NIN. Then I also need a Lagos State NIN.
Yeah, you need NIN and you need BVN. NIN and BVN, in my own opinion, it is the same thing.
They're almost the same thing.
It is the same thing. National identification, blah, 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 blah. All of these things, I'm not even interested to even know what they stand for anymore because I'm tired. Trust me. I'm tired. Biometric, one thing.
Yes.
NIN and BVN is the same thing. Why don't you just compress the two into one? Either you stand on BVN or you stand on NIN. Why should I own a BVN and then have NIN at the same time? When you have my NIN, you already have my identity. You have everything to know about
every
me.
information.
So why the BVN? What does the BVN stand for?
Because in the Western world, we've seen, a situation whereby when a police officer is stopping a road user in the Western world, the police officer will ask of two things: license and registration.
Your vehicle registration and license.
So that is in Nigeria. It is quite different. You will see a road user. It's been stopped by a VIO officer or a road safety officer, and they will say, okay, can we check your papers? In fact, that is the common language. Can we check your papers? So you have to come out, you have to bring an envelope like a newspaper, and give it to them, and they start checking. And I think for me that is time consuming, a time that would have been used for something different, something much more productive, instead of asking of just two things. In that two things, every information you need is in there.
Is embedded.
So if a VIO ask of you for all these things, the roadworthiness, the luxury, and some other documents, so what will the road safety ask?
Yeah, the road safety still asks the same thing. Because I use the road, quite often. Part of my job that I do is e-hailing job. I have a car that I'm using for this Uber, Bolt, and InDrive kind of thing. You understand?
Okay.
As a transporter, you get to meet these people on the road almost every day, And in some ways, we have become their victim, because you can't do without seeing them on the road every day. You see VIO, vehicle inspection officers, parked like 200 meters away from a road safety. And then in another 100 meters, you see Nigerian police force. And all of them will happen to be asking you for the same thing.
So who is doing whose work?
Now I'm confused. That's the question I'm here to ask. This is the only way I can lend my voice out there. This is the only avenue, this is the only platform that I have to talk about this thing. And I pray that the authorities are listening. I pray that the top boss of the VIO and the road safety and the Inspector General of Police in Nigeria can give us their listening ears and think about this thing and then relate it to their own authority as well, so that we can see how this thing can work out. Personally, me as a Nigerian, I don't know for others until everybody just come out and hear their grievances. I'm not happy about this thing because every day when you go out, you get to face these people and you are not in the same mood every day. when I get tired of something, there are ways you keep asking me for the same thing almost every day. I get angry sometimes, and it will be like you're being rude. And before you know, these people, they will be telling you all sorts. They might even tell you, I'll beat you now. I will do this to you now. I will do that to you now. Are you talking to me like that? Why will you be asking me the same question? Why wouldn't you let me breathe? As our president has said it, that the poor needs to breathe. It is not only the poor, the rich too also need to breathe.
Everyone needs to breathe.
The average as well needs to
Everyone.
breathe. We all deserve to breathe in this world, because the oxygen is just free.
Yeah.
So why do you want to hold it back from me? Because you're breathing the same thing. You keep asking me. I meet a VIO here, not even like 200 meters away from each other, and I'm meeting a road safety. If you drive very well, if you drive constantly on this road, Lekki Epe Expressway, if you're coming down from the from Akin-Adeshola Bridge, on top of that bridge, that's if you're using Falomo roundabout and you're climbing Akin-Adeshola, linking towards VIO, linking towards Victoria Island, and then you choose to come down on Ozumbambadiwe. Once you make that bend on Ozumbambadiwe and you just come down to link the road, right there, under that law school bridge, most times you see the road safety there, the federal road safety. You see them there. They are stopping people. Sometimes you just think there's one heavy traffic. They are the reason for that traffic most times. When people are already tired, they are just praying to get to their house, and you stand there, you cause huge traffic there just because you're stopping people. Once you leave that traffic and you're going again, you pass the law school. Once you're approaching Ademola Adetokunbo, that traffic light, sometimes you see another road safety there. That's two.
Another road
safety. That's not even up to 300 meters away from the first one.
At all. Another road safety there. Another road safety there, right there.
Between law school and Ademola Adetokunbo. Yes, another road safety right there. Wow. And sometimes if you choose not to pass through that route, like, okay, I'm coming from Victoria Island. Now I want to move from Akin-Adeshola towards Adeyemo Alakija to come out on Ozumbambadiwe. You still see them right there in front of the Muri Okunola Park. You see them right there. There's road safety there again. And I'll be like, wait a minute, why this environment? Why just this small place that people are trying to manage? Already we have traffic lights there. Why that area? Why that environment?
Road safety, sorry to cut you. Road safety, were they not supposed to be on the federal highway, on the highway?
Well, I don't know for whatsoever reason. You know that there's a way, you know, we used to say it here in this part of the world, that government is bigger than everybody, and government can choose to do whatever they want to do, regardless of your opinion, regardless of what the citizen thinks, and they can choose to, you know, operate however they want to operate. Whenever I see these people, the first thing that comes to my mind is government. I'm not sure the government asked them to go and do that though, but it is the responsibility of the government.
Because according to the name, according to the body, road safety, federal road safety corps. So I think they were supposed to be, okay, probably that road, you know, Lekki Epe Expressway, we can say is the federal road. Maybe that is why we can see them from one point to another point, from one junction to another junction.
Yeah, I agree with you, you know. For whatsoever reason, I don't care where I even find them. But what is disheartening to me is the fact that this thing has now become like a roadblock. You know? Yes. There's no too much distance. It has become like a roadblock. Why not let it just be one here? And then before I find another one, let it be like maybe in the next 30 minutes that I drive along.
And we can only find a roadblock on the highway. Probably you are going from here to Benin. You are going from here. That is where.
Yes, that's a road check.
Exactly.
Like maybe if there's a high level of crime, you know,
Yes.
And you want to be checking everything that is coming into that state.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
On your way, the border between state to state, you know, before you leave your state, before you exit the state you're driving from, you should be checked. In the middle, you can be checked.
Yeah.
And then before you enter into another state,
yes,
you should also be checked.
Yes.
But I don't understand the reason why I should be checked everywhere that I drive to in the state. You know, you go to the mainland, if you're driving down to Surulere, you see the same thing around that stadium. You will see them there. Before you approach under that bridge, you see them in front of the stadium. You see VIO there sometimes. If you don't see VIO, you see the road safety there. You know, so there's almost everywhere. It's almost like you see road safety and VIO almost everywhere in Lagos. You know.
Wow.
And man,
wow.
With the VIOs, trust me, the way they approach you, they don't approach you like nicely at all. They don't. I consider it to be harassment. That's not an approach. You know, it's harassment. You get it. You get it. Like the other day that I was
like
stopped.
You've committed a crime already,
like
even before they stopped
the crime. Yes. The other time that I was stopped, you know, these guys come and hereby say, hey, wind down. I wind down. You be Uber? I said yes. I said yes, I be Uber. I said, come down, come out. And I'm like, here we go again. An Uberman does not have life. An Uberman is not supposed to be treated well in the society.
I am not even angry about what you do. Look at the approach.
That's it. They approach you according to what you do. They size you. The way you are dressed, they size you. If I thought you have said that, oh, I'm a barrister lawyer, immediately something just compults them, you know. They will just adjust. It's an automatic. They easily switch in between moods. Yeah, yes. There's a way they switch when you tell them you are an Uber driver compared to when you say I'm a barrister lawyer or I'm a doctor.
Yeah. I'm an engineer.
You know. I'm an engineer. They will smile. Oh, God, how are you now? How are you doing?
My God.
Yeah, they smile. Oh, God, how are you doing? How work? Even though they are still going to get you, you know, they might still find some things you know, against you if your documents are not okay.
Yeah.
But they don't take it lightly when you say you are an Uber driver. The way they approach you, no matter how you are dressed, if you like dressed like a lawyer, that job, that word, Uber driver, there's something that triggers in them. And then they switch mood. Hey, come down. Where's your driver's license?
Wow.
Take it. They will check it. They will hold it. Where's your vehicle document? You've asked me for my driver's license, and I respectfully and decently gave it to you. You have checked it. I want to believe that the reason why you asked me for my driver's license is to confirm the authenticity of that driver's license, if it is fake or not. And now you have checked it. It has been proven now that my driver's license is authentic. What you do next is to hand over my driver's license to me.
Yes.
Then you can go ahead to say, let me see this other documents.
Yes.
Politely. You hold on to my driver's license. It's becoming like a crime against me. That's my personal property.
Exactly.
That's my means of identification. Why are you holding on to my identity? It is not your identity, it is mine. Why are you holding on to it? While you're asking for other documents.
Yes.
Automatically you send a signal to my head that you have the right to treat me the way you want to treat me. Because you have that power to do that right there. And sometimes I go ahead to say, Oga, can I have my license now? And they will tell you, no, I'm not giving you. Bring your vehicle document.
Why are you not giving me?
Why are you not giving me? This is my driver's license. They tell you, no. Do you want to teach me my job?
Oh,
Sir,
my God.
I'm not teaching you your job. I'm only asking for what rightfully belongs to me. I paid for this thing. I didn't get it for free. This is not the government's property. This is my property.
Is that
carries
crime?
my identity.
Is that a crime on the license?
Is there anything
Yes,
that
wrong
shows
with the
that
license?
yes? Is there anything wrong with this license?
You haven't even told me there's something wrong with the license. You just looked at it and you do what? You keep it to yourself. Why asking for other papers?
Other documents.
No.
And then I hear goes by saying, sir, respectfully, can I have the driver's license so that I don't forget it?
Yeah.
My original driver's license, now I can't find it. I left it around Badagry Road to a Federal Road Safety Corps officer.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
I forgot it.
Wow.
He asked for it. I gave it to him. Then he held on to it. He asked me to go and bring other documents. Mm-hmm. By the time we settled the whole thing and all that, you know, I left that thing. I just went. As God is willing, you know, God's so good. I already laminated it. So I'm using the laminated one now. What if I had not done that? My driver's license would have just been gone like that. And it's not useful for him. The moment you check that thing, you confirm the authenticity of that thing, you're supposed to give me back my thing.
Yes.
You confirm that this thing is original, it's not fake. You're supposed to hand it over back to me because that thing is not even meant to stay with you. You don't have that right to hold on to it since you have not confirmed it to be an exhibit.
Yes. Yes.
Then they gave me the other documents. They did not give me the driver's license. I'm very sure that guy didn't do it deliberately. He forgot it. And most times when I ask back for my my driver's license before I hand over any other thing to any officer at all that stops me, it sounds rude to them. It sounds like you're trying to teach them their job or you're insulting them. No. I don't do it with such motive. It's because I don't want us to get misunderstanding and I don't want to forget anything with you because it goes a long way. Why should I leave my identity with you? You might go anywhere and that thing drops anywhere and they pick it up. They will come and get me arrested.
Exactly. That
I went to so place. They won't know that an officer took that thing from me and mistakenly misplaced it or either drop it somewhere. And that's the reason why I'm asking for that. Now, once you drop the document, they are looking at your roadworthiness, they are looking at your vehicle license, you know, once they can't find anything with all of that, you know, they goes by opening your boot to say, where is your fire extinguisher? And they are doing a very fantastic job. Yeah. I'm so much in love with what they are doing because whatsoever that will protect, you know, the life of citizens and, you know, save the citizens from dying, you know, I so much cherish it and I'm happy with whosoever that is in a position like that. And then they goes by to ask you for your jack, you know, that your jack simply stands for the fact that, okay, if anything happened, maybe your tire got busted in middle of a journey. How do you roll it up and quickly change it and continue your journey? They ask you for your extra tire. They check the health of your tires to make sure that your tires are in good place. They are fit for the road and all that, which is good thing. It's a very good thing. I love that. But the concern that I'm having with the VIOs, these are questions within my heart. These are questions that are bothering me every day and night. These are questions that I keep asking myself all the time. Because when I'm stopped on the road for like 30 minutes, you're taking away 30 minutes of my life. It's a lot. And I stand there. I see buses, the public transport buses, the danfos, commonly known as danfos in Lagos State. They are passing by and I can see the state of those danfos, their appearance alone on the outside. You can see that all is not well with this vehicle.
Yes, everybody knows that.
You can see it written all over the vehicle that this vehicle is not qualified, is not okay to be on the road and be driven on the road.
With passengers inside.
With passengers, with overload. Not even just normal passengers. Overloaded. Sometimes you find like 3-4 people lapping. That's times 2. And it's filled up. And the doors are not closed. The main big door is not closed most times.
The conductor
is hanging on the body, not sitting.
Yes.
And these VIOs, they look away from such situation. It is me that is driving a healthy car, looking very okay.
Yeah.
It's me that you want to take 30 minutes of my life, one man.